What is going on, everybody? David here, and today I got a brand new video for y'all. And this time we're going to be taking a look at the Jurassic World Dino Rivals Mega Duel Attack Amargasaurus. Now, super excited to finally add this to my collection, as this was one of my most anticipated dinosaurs that Mattel had announced for the Dino Rivals line, and finally have this in my possession. And thanks to my beautiful wife who picked this up off of Amazon for me as one of my gifts for our 11th anniversary. So thanks, babe. Really appreciate you picking this up for me. And let's go ahead and take a look at this packaging. So on the top left-hand corner, we got the Jurassic World logo right there. Top right-hand corner, we have the new. And in the middle, we have the two arrows pointing down with two photos that show the action feature. And at the bottom, we have the T-Rex right there. Then we got Dino Rivals logo right there. Triceratops Owen, Mega Duel Attack Amargasaurus, ages 4 and up. That's me. And on the card back, we have the T-Rex logo that is in the orange, reddish, yellowish color, and with a little bit of black right there. So very good. And we've already removed the card itself, so that way it won't take too much time. And let's go ahead and take a look at the back of it. And we got the Jurassic World Facts app information right there. Mega Duel Attack up there. And then we have the prototype image of the Amargasaurus in the middle. Jurassic World logo right there. And then it does say that we have one collector's card, but we've already removed that. And then here we have an image of the Amargasaurus swiping the poor concavinator with the super tail strike. And then it says super head strike right there. And this content contains one dinosaur. And here at the bottom left-hand corner, we have the rest of the Mega Duel Attack assortment line. We've already taken a look at the Quetzalcoatlus and the Suchomimus. Still need to go ahead and get me a Stegosaur so I can put that review out for you guys. And let's go ahead and take a look at the card and then take a look at the dinosaur itself. So here is the card in hand, and on the top it says Amargasaurus, and we have a nice picture in the middle. One of the better pictures, in my opinion, for these cards itself. And we've got the green background. And here below, here's some of the stats. We got a 5 strength, a 2 for speed, 2 for brains, and a 4 for aggression. So it comes out to be 13. So a little bit on the low side. Then on the back, we have Dino Rivals and then the Jurassic World logos. And with the dinosaur out of its packaging, I think it's a wonderful figure. Love the paint scheme, love the scale. It's a little bit heavy, which is a good thing. So when I inspected it in the packaging, when I saw it, when I was looking over it, we did have a crack right there. And so must have been a manufacturing error or whatnot, but it was sticking up a little bit more than it should have been, so it looked like it was like a real dino damage. And so I was able to press it back down a little bit so it's not so noticeable. So, but it is all good. And then if you want to take a look at the head sculpt, one of the things that us collectors always complain about is their inability to have even eyes. So if you can see the eyes right there, this eye looks great, but if you look at that eye, you can tell it clearly missed the mark. So it doesn't look too bad when you're looking at it like that, but it's one of the QC issues that we always tend to have problems on a regular basis with these figures. But nevertheless, I love this figure. It's very special. Because, like I mentioned earlier, the wife got it for me, so I'm going to love it just as much as all the other dinosaurs are in my collection, because, hey, these things need love too, even all the QC issues that it has. So So upon looking at the sculpt, very nice, you know, sculpted detail as usual. And so you can see all the ribs right there, the muscle tone and everything like that. As far as the paint scheme, it's pretty simple. Just nothing but red and black. This brown plastic coloring is like the main color for the dinosaur. And at the bottom, nothing underneath really special. And here we got the Jurassic World logo right there. And then for you Fax app collectors, you can take that for yourself to add it to your little collection. One thing that I'm impressed is that they actually painted all the claws. So very nice right there. I love the fact that they was able to start from here and go all the way down to the tip of the tail. You don't get that very often. Like maybe only a handful of dinosaurs, a couple of them here and there, they're actually painted completely all the way down to the tip of the tail. And then you got this nice, wonderful striping right there, and it just stops right there. I would have liked it to continue down to here, but it is what it is. I've noticed that this piece right here, the frill, is a soft plastic rubber piece, and I think that's a separate piece. And you can tell they painted it right here, hand painted it right there, red, because you can tell it's different. It's not evenly on either side, and they was able to paint the red scalings right there a little bit. So very cool. In the way of articulation, you got the ratchet joints in the hind legs, and you got the inner thigh, and you got the forward movement back in the front legs, just forward movement back, ratchet joint here, and the inner thigh. So it displays really well, so we can evenly distribute the feet like that. So not too bad. And then as far as the action feature goes, you got two buttons right there. The back button does the tail swipe. Not very effective, but you know, it's like wagging its tail. And then over here you have the head that goes down. And also, before I forget, we do have a head articulation right there, where you got the hinge right there, and it goes up and down. So very nice right there. So let's go ahead and do some size comparisons. All right, for our first size comparison, we're going to compare it to the 1998 Kenner Jurassic Park Chaos Effect Amargasaurus. So this is a mixture of the Spinosaurus and Amargasaurus. So you can tell it's a little bit smaller figure, and it's not even close to being the size as the Amargasaurus by Mattel. So you can tell scaling is way off on this one. So if this was a Mattel figure right here, this Amargasaurus should probably be twice as big, in my opinion. And here it is next to the Duel Attack Parasaurolophus. Here it is next to the Bite and Fight Tyrannosaurus Rex. So you can tell the scaling's a bit small compared to the T-Rex. And here is the scaling next to a more famous sauropod, the Brachiosaurus. And here it is next to the massive hippo from the Jumanji line, along with The Rock Dwayne Johnson. Alright, and we have a couple of figures to compare it to. We got the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom Zia, along with Kenner's Jurassic Park Dino Trackers Giles Jackson, and we have The Rock Dwayne Johnson from the Jumanji line by Leonard. So in comparison as to what the Amargasaurus looked like or was in size and scale with the regular human, here what it looks like basically like a large elephant. Do you want to consider that being that big? So it's a little bit tad smaller than what it's supposed to be if you're going by scaling wise, but still it could be like a medium-sized one. So it should be a little bit tad bigger if you wanted to be a more accurate scale. But in the meantime, it's about right, for what it's going for. So, and I hope y'all enjoyed this video as much as I did filming it. And let me know in the comments below what you think of this Amargasaurus, or if you're looking to add it to your collection. I'm just happy to have a different sauropod that I haven't had before, and that's not a chaos effect dinosaur. But yeah, if you were looking for a different sauropod to add to the collection, this is one to get. And where's the wisdom? Buy what you love and know what you like, because if you buy what you like, you will always end up getting rid of it. And I will catch y'all later.